Hey everyone, what's the haps? Hope all is well. I'm Velocity NZ. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, I'm a bit late on this one, but the Steve Fox Tekken 8 reveal trailer came out within 24 hours, I guess. I think they usually drop at about 3 a.m. here in New Zealand, so yeah, I'm just gonna do a reaction to that and try to make it fast. I don't have very good equipment yet, so I might just have a little breakdown at the end. But yeah. Okay. Teen blah blah blah. Bandai Namco. Tekken Project presents. Wonder if they fixed the Botox face.
Get ready for the next battle.
I like his new jacket.
New challenger.
Cool win. What do you call it? Opening taunt.
Let's go.
Sweet. Looks like that's got more utility now. And I like his new voice. Sweet. He already looks fun. Maybe like he'll feel more like a boxer.
When it comes to who talks the most, you definitely win.
The opening's sick. Reminiscent of the Tekken 5 opening. Is it the heat smash? Clinch. Cool. Yeah, albatross, I think.
Now this is what I call fun.
I don't even know what happened because for some reason my equipment just lagged and it was like a freeze frame. I'll take it back. Alright, hang on. Take it back to the rage art. Now
this is what I call fun. That's a knockout. Good night.
looks like what I missed out on was just like a right, left, right or something. But still dope. I'll have a few more watches and then I'll give like a little breakdown if I can. January 26, 2024. Okay, so the trailer was pretty cool. Just as a brief note, just the character Steve, he was introduced into the series in Tekken 4, and I was there. He just had an amazingly unique style. Where in the Tekken series, each character has a button that corresponds to a limb, but because Steve was a boxer, his kick buttons became sways. More than that, he had a back sway, forward ducking stance, a flicker stance, and a spin. The character's aesthetic was just awesome, with kind of like a David Beckham hairstyle, and just a great design. I thought him, Marduk, and Christie in Tekken 4 all were visually amazing, in my opinion, and Steve's moveset is just awesome. So for the current design, I think the white shoes look really cool, and I like the textures. I think it was the textures on the shoes, or maybe the textures on the pants, but in general the textures look really cool. The emblems on his sleeves are almost like, from what I my impression was they looked like they were made of metal or something, and like they were loosely sewn on top. They looked cool. Notably, he has a chain on his arm, so it may be something kind of thematically related to the game with the Tekken 8 chain and everything. I'm not a big fan of the choker and the bare chest and stuff, kind of just like the main man Sui. I'm kind of in that boat. The blue gloves, I like the blue gloves. I like how Tekken gives all the characters their own unique kind of like fingerless gloves and stuff. I just think that's such a cool touch, and there's a part of Tekken that makes Tekken Tekken. The pants, I really like the belts on the side. They're kind of a throwback to his Tekken 4 costume. His casual costume, I think. Because Tekken generally has always had like a official martial arts uniform, and then like what they wear when they're chilling out kind of thing as the 2P costume. The crests on him, I like them. They're kind of very English. And the overall design I can appreciate. So, yeah. Also, the gloves and the studs on the gloves and the choker, kind of like what that Blasted Salami aria says, is kind of like punk rock, so I can appreciate that. I don't know Steve very well, like playing him anymore, but I used to know how to use him in Tekken 4 and in Tekken 5. And I've seen a little bit of that Blasted Salami Aria's videos on the character. Also, I haven't watched any other reactions this time, so I don't know what other people are saying and how they compare to what my observations are. So, for the trailer analysis, the first move is like a plus frames punch, and then he does like one of those, he does a punch into that kneeling stunt that's only like, they take a kneel just for a second, and then it looks like he gets a guaranteed, that uppercut flurry, that forward 1+2 into like 2-1-2-1-2-1-2-1-2 or something. So it looks like now that's got more utility, which is awesome. It looks like he's got an evasive back step, or it might be flicker, I don't know. And then he does like a guard break, which has like a glass smash effect. I'm pretty sure that's a guard break, like Lidia Sobieska has in Tekken 7, or with her Heaven's Gate or something. I can't remember. But yeah, it looks like he gets a guaranteed 1-1-2. His kind of flash punch, 10 frame punish, I guess, and then he's does extended ducking stunts after that into his blue spark, into a forward 3 sway left uppercut or something. You know, I don't specialize in the character. The next thing he does is a forward 3 ducking stance into the 2 launcher, and then it looks like maybe a 4 sway into a 1 shoulder 2 right hook. And then they go spinning super hard out. And then I recognize later that it looks like this goes into like a shimmy. But I'll talk about that a bit later. And then he does like an Jin's Electric Wind hook fist, which tornadoes them. And then I think that's called Sonic Fan, down forward +1+2. Yeah, and that's the combo ender. And as a Jin main, I'm really not happy about the Electric Wind hook fist kind of bite or steal. So yeah. And then King does his knee hop kick, and it looks like maybe Steve does a back one if it's 12 frame. I didn't know it was 12 frames. Maybe it's 12 frames. And then it looks like he has a 2 extension. And then King ducks, and he does a forward 3 into 1 at the wall, which looks like it does kind of like It's sort of like a launcher, I guess. And then it looks like he's got a guaranteed string 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. It's like a right, then a right overhead, then a left, right, and then a left overhead. And then there's the Hwadong part, and it's kind of ironic because, like, Hwadong says something to him, and then Steve says that he talks a lot, but he kind of talks at an equal duration to how Hwadong talks, but I guess maybe he's speaking figuratively and that Hwadong's talking big or whatever. And I love that up forward 2 jumping punch, which trades with Hwadong's skyrocket in that opening sequence. And then how Steve falls from the sky after it. It looks really cool. So then he does a back 1 counter hit into a forward 3 extended forward 1. I guess that launches. And then he does a heat burst, and he does a really cool pose where he puts his arm out. Into a left overhand, which is the heat burst bound animation. And then he does a right cross into a spinning uppercut, which tornadoes them. And then I guess he goes into peekaboo stance into a right uppercut, left power punch. And then Hwadong does a back 3, and then he punishes that with a right uppercut. And then he does a Sonic Fang, which now is a heat engager, I suppose. And then he does, I think it looks like a heat smash. So, yeah, he did. Oh, okay. So it goes into a heat smash, which is a right, a left upper, a right overhead, left, right, left body shots into a right overhead, and it blasts them high and far away. And then he does a right hook, and this is the shimmy I was talking about. So he does a right hook, and it looks like he does like an Muhammad Ali shimmy, which might be a new stance that I don't think I've ever seen it before. And then he does like a left body blow power hit heat engager where they fly back, and he runs in. Into forward and 3 ducking into forward and 2 blocked. And I wonder if that suggests that ducking forward 2 and heat is always a blue spark effect or something, but that's just me, probably not. And then he goes into a clinch, and I don't know if he had this before, like kind of like a Tekken 4 style clinch, or was it? It's kind of like a gun Ryu mechanic or something like that. But anyway, and then he sort of has this heat smash effect where, and then he does a right upper, left right, left right, left hook, and then a forward 1+2 power punch where they spin away. But it looks like he's still in heat after that, so it's probably not a heat smash. He's also got a up forward 2, which is now a launching heat engager. And then he does like a forward 2 into that shimmy. The other way this time, I think. And then into that sort of electric wing hook fist of Jin's that he steals again into a tornado. And then he does back 1 into a flicker jab into an albatross 2, which is pretty cool. And then his rage art, he does like a launching right uppercut, overhand right, left uppercut, which sends them spinning into the air. And then overhand right again, which kind of bounds them, smashes them down. And then they stumble onto their feet, and then it's like a right, left, really fast. Then a right hook, left hook, right hook, left hook, right hook, left uppercut, and they blast away. And he says good night, and it's really cool. It's also cool how the rage art doesn't end after they've been juggled. And how they get back up and it carries on. I really like that. I think Leroy's does that, but I like it more the way it's kind of, what's the word? I like it more how it was executed there. It took me forever to find that word. I had to look it up. Yeah, also it's cool how he climbs up onto the turnbuckle ropes and everything. I'm happy that it was a complex and interesting character this time, like Steve, as opposed to a joke character like Kuma or Panda or whatever. Even though I don't love the character as a personality or his story, I once told a friend that Steve was who he reminded me of the most out of all the Tekken characters, and this isn't an insult to him, or I hope he doesn't take offense by that. Wasn't intended. But yeah, I don't mind how he looks and sounds. Admittedly, I agree with all of the criticisms, like the Botox kind of look and the super like low hairline and everything, and the choker. But I can live with it. And I can appreciate how hard it must be just making the game, period, and the modeling of the characters and all that sort of stuff. Also, I really want to try and pick up the character for the first time in forever. So I'm looking forward to using him on a technical level. Yeah. If you like this video, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And God first that notification bell, as I plan on making more FGC content in the future. All good? I'll catch you. It's also cool how the rage art doesn't end after they've been juggled. And how they get back up and it carries on. I really like that. I think Leroy's does that, but I like it more the way it's kind of what's the word? Fuck, what's the word? Fuck, what is that word? I like it more how it's like exterminated, but it's not exterminated. Exercise. Beheading. What the fuck is another name for beheading?